Hey, how's everybody doing? I thought I'd come back with another video about From. I just got I just got them watching From uh Thresholds is uh this is episode 8. And then last week I watched These Fragile Lives. Um I don't know how many of y'all out there is familiar with From, but this is an excellent. I've dropped videos about this series you know, just to give you just give you an idea of what's going on. And I do know a few of y'all out there watch this, but this is just a quick video. I watched last week and I decided not to upload a video because I just wanted to wait till this week. But you know, episode 7 says the edge begins to fray as concerns about Fatima's pregnancy Jade deepens. Jade follows a clue trail into the forest while Julie and Randall seek a bit of normalcy. That's what this one's all about. What I like about this show is there's a lot of stuff in this show that's not shoehorned in here. You know what I mean? I remember I think when season 2 started, I thought they shoehorned something in there, but it just seems like everybody that's in this is in here has had something to do with what's going on with all the stuff that's going on in that area. It's almost like they all was supposed to be there. You know what I mean? And there's so many things with the bottles and the trees, the numbers, just uh, there's these uh, archway rocks that's kind of like been destroyed. And if you certain people walk in there, they look like they're inside of this area, and you see these people, uh, you know, chained up, screaming, and their eyes are white. I ain't lying, boy. I can't talk high enough, but I think what surprises me about this is when I listen to other YouTubers, because everybody gets on YouTube and they listen to other YouTubers. There's a lot of YouTubers I'm not subscribed to, but I do listen to their their stuff, and they say about stuff shows out there that they're saying that they can't believe that everybody's not watching certain shows, and I'll be looking at that show and I'll be like, huh, why would somebody watch that? So I know that when people talk, when I say something about From, some people, I say something about From, there might be some people's like, I never heard of it, or I might have seen it, but I didn't pay much attention to it. So there's so much out there to watch that it's hard for people to come across this show. I'm quite sure people are watching this show because this show did get renewed for season 2, and we're on season 3. But I guess I'm trying to figure out if Fatima is really pregnant or what's inside her that's making her, because she killed this woman that was dying of cancer, uh, and she can't control her rage. But the same thing that happened to her happened to Boyd's wife when they first got there. So, but what's so cool about this whole show is it seems like it knows a lot about people, and it when I'm watching it, I'm sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. And that's what I like about this show, because I'm sitting on the couch literally glued to the TV set because of the fact that I'm so into this show. This has some really good writing, but at the same time I'm like, there's visions of things, and then there's parts where they're all stressed out, and then you got things that's interchanging. Now I don't know, man. It's hard to talk about this show sometimes because whoever's writing this is doing a really good job. But anyway, last week was Three Fragile Lives, and then this week was episode 8. And what's really cool about this series is it's it's these people are really wanting to get out of that area. You know what I mean? And they're not doing a bunch of stuff that normal TV shows have a knack of doing. You know what I mean? And every time I watch this every week, I always say, man, these people are actually like, they're trying to survive. They're freaked out. They don't understand all this stuff. They're wondering what's going to happen next. They're trying to stay alive because, you know, these things come at night and they can just rip you to shreds. And then you got mysterious things happen with birds flying inside the building and losing it, and just uh, some people that passed away in other seasons are coming and talking and actually standing there talking to you, and they're already dead because they died from things ripping them apart. So I don't know. I just, this is some really good writing. I mean, this is some really good writing. I mean, these writers need an award to me. But what gets me though, and it doesn't bother me. What gets me though, I know there's a ton of shows out there that are on all different type of streaming. This is why these streaming platforms are hard to subscribe to, because I'm hooked on this, so I don't want to stop and go into something else because there's other stuff that I'm trying to watch as well, and it's hard to interchange these things out. So what I'm trying to do is wait till this is over so I can concentrate on something else, because obviously at the rate this thing's going, there'll be a season 4. But I really want them to wrap this up. But last but not least, this last one is accusations. It's called Thresholds. Accusations starts flying and the truth comes to light in the aftermath of a tragedy, which I told you in the last episode that Fatima killed that woman because she can't control her rage. She don't know what's inside of her. And Victor struggles to recover long-buried memories about the town's past, which that was really good too. Because Victor figured out it wasn't that doll that was speaking, it was the kid in the white shorts and the white shirt that was talking to another person. And he finally figured out it wasn't that doll. It was the doll that he grabbed that he thought was talking was actually sitting in the chair, and the guy that was talking, he thought he was talking to the doll, but actually the guy was talking to the kid that always makes this. He ain't been appearing lately in the episodes, but he's always the one that appears and has white shorts on and a white t-shirt. So Victor got that part down, and then he started actually hearing what he was saying. And then Julie and Ethan search for answers about the mysterious ruins in the field. And that's the ruins that I was telling you about, that have these destroyed archways. You got, I think it's 1, 2, 3, but the archways are kind of like a gateway into something. But when she went inside, she seen herself where she was in the last season, where they were both hanging up, and they had their eyes white and they were like yelling and screaming. And then she when she finally come to, and then she, because she heard all the screaming, then the screaming stopped, but then she went and seen this man that Boyd had seen earlier, and then he told her, that guy said, throw that rope down there. So when she threw the rope down the well, it was Boyd that was down in the well in the episode season 2 when somebody put the rope down there. So it was her that put the rope down there. So I'm like, wow, this is all coming, like, because I never knew who threw that rope down there to Boyd to get him out of that well when he walked through the tree. Because when Boyd walked through the tree, he was stuck inside the well. This is some... But what gets me is I'm trying to figure this whole thing out. And that's what I like. And I am not doing a very good job of figuring this thing out at all, man. I'm just like, I'm sitting there like, God, man, this is... But I love when I can watch a movie like this and it keeps me going, because I ain't gonna lie, I get really restless when I watch something and I can't, I'm trying to get into it and I catch myself squirming and stuff, and I'm like, I get restless. But I don't feel that with this. I don't feel that with this at all. So, and then they're hiding Fatima. That's her name is Fatima. They're hiding her. Boyd and Fatima's husband, which is Boyd's son, decided to hide her in the shack. And then that one guy that was taking pictures with that Polaroid, he decided to take her to this place. And then when she found out that she didn't like it, she tried to get out. And then he forced her to go down there. And I'm surprised that she didn't use all that rage against him, because at the end of the show, it showed him like grabbing her and taking her in that back room, and she didn't want to go. But one thing for sure, if anybody wants to do any bodily harm to her, they won't be able to do any bodily harm to her, because nobody goes out there in that certain area It is a nice little hiding space. But at the same time, I'm trying to figure out what is the Polaroid pictures showing him, because earlier when he was taking pictures with that Polaroid camera, he would actually look at it and it would show us what he's looking at. Now it's showing him taking pictures with the Polaroid and it's actually showing him looking at the Polaroid, but we don't know what he's looking at. So whatever he's looking at that Polaroid, it's kind of telling him what to do with Fatima. But then when Boyd and Boyd's son went to go to Fatima, because Boyd decided to have his son set up a tent because they know everybody. The woman that runs the house, the big house on the hill, they finally told her that it was Fatima that killed that woman. So now she wants to tell everybody, because everybody's, kind of like on edge, because they're already in fear of things that come out at night. Now they got to worry about somebody that's walking around with them during the day murdering somebody. So she has a right to tell them. So then Boyd's like taking his son out. He said, I'm going to come out every other day or every 2 days and check on you. You have to live in this tent. And then, he'd be close by Fatima and stuff. And that would be weird to be in a situation like that and wondering why this happened to you. And then you got all these flashbacks of, a couple of them was seeing this stuff like 20 or 30 years ago. And now they're in that situation when they seen it 20, 30 years ago. So it's an excellent show, you guys. It's an excellent show. But I just thought I'd give you a quick update that I just watched that episode 8. And I think I got 2 more episodes to go. And that's it. And that'll be it for, from season 3. But I do hope that they, don't drag these out too much. But yeah, I maybe one more season or 2. But I need answers. You need to wrap it up. You got to wrap it up. Don't be doing no Lost. Because when I was watching Lost, I loved Lost, but Lost lost me, and I stopped watching Lost because I was like, man, I'm just burnt out on Lost. A lot of people stay with Lost. I didn't stay with Lost. After the 3rd season, I checked out. I was just like, I was just lost. Even though the show was called Lost, I was lost because I remember when I was watching Lost, I was going through something and I got away from it because I was going through a situation. And then when I got back to watching it, I couldn't get back into it. So that might have something to do with Lost, but I really love Lost. But this is totally different from Lost. But what I'm saying is that I want them to really try to wrap this up. I really do. I don't know if I want them to wrap it up next season, or maybe this needs to go 5 seasons. I mean, I could stretch out 2 more seasons, but I need some answers. I want to know what's going on, because now they're talking about kids. Yeah, they was talking about these kids trusted these people, and then they just give you little nibbles, they give you little bites of stuff, and it's like, huh? It's like, I don't know. But anyway, be blessed. We'll catch you next video. We'll see you.